She vanished after a night shift, the small-town secret no one saw coming. At 6:04 a.m., nurse Emily Carter pulled into her driveway after a long night shift. By 6:12 a.m., she was gone. No signs of struggle. No witnesses. And in a town where everyone knew everyone, no answers. At first, police believed this was a random act of violence. But as the investigation unfolded, it revealed something far more unsettling. Because Emily Carter didn't disappear because of a stranger. She vanished because of someone she trusted. Stay with us. Maple Hollow, Indiana, population just under 6,000, was the kind of town people didn't lock their doors. The heart of the community was the county hospital, and Emily Carter was one of its most reliable nurses. At 34 years old, Emily worked night shifts, volunteered on weekends, and rarely missed a family dinner. Friends described her as kind, quiet, and deeply private. So when Emily didn't show up for breakfast with her parents that morning, concern turned into panic. By noon, her car was found parked neatly in her driveway. Her purse was inside. Her keys were accounted for. But her phone was missing. And in Maple Hollow, that didn't make sense. Police immediately suspected a random crime. They searched nearby woods, fields, and abandoned barns. Roadblocks went up. Neighbors were questioned. But there were no tire marks. No broken glass. No signs Emily ever made it inside her house. Then came the first unsettling detail. Hospital records showed Emily had requested a security escort to her car twice in the past month, something she had never done before. When asked why, Emily had simply said, "I just don't feel safe." She never explained more. As days passed, investigators began looking inward at Emily's personal life. Bank records revealed a recent $3,000 cash withdrawal. Co-workers recalled Emily being distracted, anxious, glued to her phone. Then detectives found something unexpected. Hidden in Emily's kitchen pantry, tucked inside a cereal box, was a handwritten journal. The entries were fragmented, emotional, afraid. Emily wrote about loving someone she wasn't supposed to, about threats, about being told that if she didn't end things, her secret would be exposed. This wasn't a random crime. Someone knew Emily, and someone was desperate to keep her quiet. Phone records revealed something critical. The last person Emily called minutes before she disappeared was Sarah Whitman, a local high school teacher. Sarah had been Emily's best friend since childhood. She attended every vigil. She cried during interviews. She stayed overnight with Emily's grieving parents. But traffic cameras told a different story. Sarah's car was captured near Emily's house just minutes after Emily arrived home. When questioned again, Sarah admitted they spoke often, but insisted Emily was just stressed. Then detectives revealed the final piece. Emily and Sarah had been involved in a secret romantic relationship for over a year, and Emily wanted out. According to investigators, the cash Emily withdrew was meant for a fresh start, out of town, away from the pressure. That morning, Emily told Sarah she was ending the relationship. She planned to tell her family the truth. She was leaving alone. Sarah panicked. In a town like Maple Hollow, exposure meant humiliation, job loss, and isolation. The argument escalated inside Emily's home. What began as pleading turned into shouting, then violence. Sarah later told police she only meant to stop Emily from leaving. But the confrontation turned fatal. 3 days later, a volunteer searcher found a blood-stained scarf near an abandoned quarry 10 miles away. DNA confirmed it belonged to Emily. Her body was recovered from a shallow grave nearby. The autopsy ruled her death a homicide caused by blunt force trauma. Confronted with the evidence, Sarah Whitman confessed. The town of Maple Hollow was stunned. The danger hadn't come from outside. It had been standing beside them the entire time. At sentencing, Sarah Whitman received 25 years in prison. Emily's mother addressed the court. "My daughter died because she was afraid to live honestly in a place that claimed to love her." In the months that followed, the hospital improved security. Quiet conversations became public ones. And Maple Hollow was forced to confront a painful truth. Sometimes, the most dangerous secrets aren't hidden in the dark. They're hidden in plain sight. Emily Carter wasn't killed by a stranger. She was killed by fear of judgment, exposure, and rejection, and by someone who knew her heart too well. If you want more real crime stories and justice system breakdowns, subscribe and turn on notifications. Because every case has a lesson, and every story deserves to be told.